Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather McCarthy if you are new here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Abeka's Bible curriculum for preschool. So, like I said, welcome if you are new here. My name is Heather McCarthy. Today's video I'm going to be talking about Abeka's preschool Bible curriculum. This is our first year using it, and I'm going to admit I'm a little overwhelmed by it, or I was when I first opened it. So I want to show you how we realistically use this and how to make it less overwhelming. So if you are new, I am the mom to a 3-year-old little girl. This is our second year homeschooling. We did Abeka's preschool for the 2-year-old program, and we are now using Abeka's preschool program for 3-year-olds. This is the first year we decided to use their Bible curriculum. Last year, I'm honestly kind of glad we didn't do it because I think it would have been way too much. But we were not in a church. We had not found God or Jesus. And recently we have been going to church and we have come to our faith. So we wanted to teach her as well. So I did grab the preschool Bible curriculum, and I will probably grab the kindergarten Bible curriculum for next year. So this can be done, just for a little background, if you are unfamiliar with this program, it can be done with 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds. But like I said, we did not do it for 2-year-olds. But in the book, it does say specifically what to do with 2-year-olds and what to do with 3-year-olds. So it is different for both grades. We just started back to school this week. So we've done the first week of this curriculum. And the night before school started, I actually sat on YouTube and went through and was looking for videos on the flow and the routine of this curriculum. Because the teacher guide, I'll show it to you here, just looks super, super overwhelming. It looks so intense. And I didn't even know where to begin. So I'm going to begin by showing you what you need to buy, how I prepped our units, and things that I feel like didn't come in the preschool Bible bundle. That's a tongue twister. But what didn't come in there that I feel like you should buy if you don't already have around your house, or if you might not know some of the songs. So the first thing that I highly recommend buying are these little flashcards. So these are the Bible memory picture cards, and these are the mini version. They do have big ones as well. I got the mini ones because we're a homeschool. The bigger ones are for classroom teachers. So on the back, it has the Bible verse they are to memorize, and on the front, it just has the picture. So these were not in the Bible pack, but I do find them really useful, so I did grab them. I think they were like $5. I couldn't find them used anywhere, but I grabbed them for $5 on Abeka. Something else to buy if you don't have is a CD player. This is something we did not have in our homeschool room, but all of the music that you're gonna play every day, and I'll show it to you when we start going through this routine, all the music you play every day is on a CD. So there's no downloadable MP4s, there's nothing that you can put on your computer. So if your computer doesn't have a CD drive, or you don't have a CD player, you're kind of SOL when it comes to playing this music. So I recommend buying a cheapy CD player. I will link the one that we have down below. To me, it was easier than trying to use like my husband's Xbox or something, because that is foreign technology to me. I'd rather have dated tech than foreign tech. So we ended up getting a mini CD player, which, like I said, I will have it linked down below if anyone's in need of one. I think it was like $25, and Amazon, it was here the next day. Other than that, in your bundle, when you buy your kindergarten bundle, you get the teacher plans, you get the CD of music. This is Little Ones Sing Unto the Lord for 2s and 3s. You get a bunch of packs of pictures like this. I will link my curriculum haul down below where I showed this when it was still assembled, but I did take it apart. So you just get all these pictures, and you get these books. These are in the middle of the pictures, and these are the lessons that go along with the pictures. So there were 5 books of pictures, and therefore there are also 5 of these little gray books. And that is what came in the Bible pack. One thing that I do wish I had purchased that I did not, and I still have not, is the books of lyrics that goes along with this. I kind of assumed that the lyrics would have come with the CD. I figured it would be like in the 90s where you would open it up and take out this part and there would be all your words, you know, like how you used to sing with CDs when you were in high school. But that's not there. You have to actually buy a whole separate book to get the lyrics for these songs. So if you are not familiar with preschool, Sunday school type of songs, I would recommend getting the book. I'm kind of learning the songs as my daughter is, just as we're listening to them, but I do wish I had the lyric book. It would make the day easier. But that is what comes with the curriculum. And now I'm going to show you why I was so overwhelmed and how my day actually flows to make it less overwhelming. So I'm not going to bring my daughter in here and show you a whole lesson because I found a couple videos like that. I will link them down below if you are interested. But they got a bit redundant. It is a very long curriculum in my opinion. I want to say this takes us at least 15 minutes a day, and honestly, I don't think any of you want to watch me read to my daughter for 15 minutes. So I'm just going to open up to week 1 and we're just going to go over it step by step what you are going to do on the different days of the week or on the different parts of the lesson so that you know what to do and it's not so boring as listening to me read like Genesis and that kind of stuff, which is what I'm reading to my daughter right now. So this is the lesson plan and it always starts with the Pledge of Allegiance. So this part, I kind of was like, okay, I got that. We put a little flag up on our board. I showed that in our clean and decorate in here. I will link it down below if you missed it. But you just stand and you say the Pledge of Allegiance to a flag in your room. So I would recommend having a flag in your classroom or in your space where you do school so that you can say the Pledge of Allegiance to it. After that, the first day, you start learning new songs. So the first song you learn is Jesus Loves Me, and it is on the CD, which I think this was some of the more confusing part to me, is because it has literally all these acronyms. Page 17, verse 1, track 1. Okay, that one wasn't very descriptive. But there are a bunch of others that say to play it like multiple times. That say to play the song 2 or 3 times, etc., etc. So how I ended up doing this was playing Jesus Loves Me off the CD, and I played it once and let her listen to it. And then I played it a second time and I sang it, and she ended up joining in because she did know this song from church. So I kind of just played it twice to get us used to it. After you play your first song, you move into your morning prayer. So at this point on the first day, you just talk about what prayer is and how it's talking to God. And I'm looking at the lesson plans. You basically pray with your child. First thing in the morning, first class, opening class. You just say a prayer for, what you're thankful for, what you hope to do throughout the day, what you hope to learn. However, whatever you need to say in your prayer. After that, you move on to a Bible verse, which that is when you bust this sucker out. Yeah. So this one says, this verse is for 2 or 3-year-olds. It is Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So it starts by introducing the Bible, just telling that the Bible is a letter from God, etc., etc. That, we have to listen to this because this is what God sent us to tell us his words. And then you just show this card and you read it twice. Yeah, so what I did with this, I'm done looking at the lesson plan because it's not really helping me. What I did with this was I read it once and I had her repeat it after me. So I kind of read it in chunks, like in the beginning. And she would say, in the beginning. And we read it in chunks. And then I did it a second time and I did it straight through. And she couldn't do it straight through yet. So I did it a third time in chunks. And this morning, we were still working on the same verse. And I said it straight through and she repeated it straight through. So there will be progression with these. Obviously, it's memorization. But in the first part, when I first started it, I was just doing it in the beginning. And she would repeat me. God created the heaven. She would repeat me. And the earth. She would repeat me. So that's how I started with these. This was actually the part that intimidated me because I don't love memorization. Memorization isn't my favorite part of life. So I was intimidated by these, and I was never made to memorize anything like this when I was a child. So it kind of was foreign concept to me. But so far she is picking up on it rather quickly, so your kids probably will too. So you read the Bible verse, you explain what it means, and it says what it means on the back of the card, but mine do not. So I just kind of interpreted it for myself to my daughter. And yeah, like I said, these are bought separate, so make sure you order these because I think the picture does help with the memorization. And then you move into a new song. All of this music is what like put me off my rocker when I was looking at this lesson plan. I'm like, there are like 6 songs in here. Like, how many times are we gonna sing in the morning? But it actually goes by relatively quickly. So next you introduce the Wonder Song, which is the next song on that track. And this one, it says you sing the song 2 times. I like that it specifically tells you how many times to play the song because obviously my daughter's not learning it that fast. She's 3. So we play it through once, kind of listen to it, and then the second time we both try to sing it because like I said, I don't know the words either. So we're both trying to sing as much of the words as we can on the second time. And that is it for the pre-actual Bible lesson work. That is literally all before you actually break out the Bible. So to me, that was really intimidating, but hopefully me explaining it like this is making it seem easier. In total, this whole part that I just talked about should take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 minutes. So it's actually not as long as it looks. Like this page is so intimidating, but 10 minutes really isn't all that long. Like I kind of do it as part of our morning basket, morning routine type of thing is when I do this first part. And then we take a break. We finish our song, we go get a cup of water, whatever, and we come back and we sit down and do our Bible lesson. Now this is the bigger chunk of this curriculum, and this is 12 to 13 minutes. This is when you will utilize these cards and also these books. So I'll start by talking about what I did. These all came in, like I said, they were all bound together in a book. I will show you, like I said, my curriculum video. I had a clip of what these used to look like. I will try to put it in this video. But I basically cut them all apart. I took out the book in the middle. I picked out the staples and I cut up the middle of the book. And I laminated each picture. So I felt like that just made it more durable because really they were just like paper. They weren't thick, they weren't cardstock, they're literally just like thin paper. Knowing that I was gonna put this on the desk for my daughter to interact with, I wanted it to be more durable. So I did laminate all of them. I will link my laminator down below if you don't have one and you're looking for a good one. I love mine, but super simple. I just laminated them, 3-hole punched them, and put them in a 3-inch 3-ring binder. And I put all of these in the front pocket. So each night, before, the night before school, I go through and I pull out the pictures that we need for that day. And I also will pre-read the Bible story. So for this first day, we are doing creation part 1. So that has 2 pictures. Well, I guess it had 3 pictures, but they're double-sided. And you will just read, literally verbatim read this. It is interactive. I found some parts were a little dated. My daughter was a little confused by some of it. But you'll just read until you get to part 2, and then you will stop. It's really not all that long. It's like a page and a half, not even, like a page and a quarter. The part that I said was a little bit dated, at one point it tells you to turn off the lights and ask your child if they can turn the lights back on by saying, turn the lights on. My daughter can. She flat out said, Alexa, turn on the office light, and the lights came back on. So that was a little bit of a dated experiment, I feel like, or it was more geared towards schools that don't have a smart home capability. But that was the only part that I was kind of like, well, that didn't hit home because she can make the lights turn on with her voice. But I ended up relating it instead to the sun, saying, can you tell the sun to turn off? And obviously you cannot do that. So you just read this lesson really quickly. Like I said, it says 10 to 15 minutes. So after you finish with you reading the lesson, you go on to pray again. You thank God for giving you the Bible. You thank God you just thank him for letting you continue to learn this and teach it to the next generation, or at least that's what I said. And you teach your child how to pray correctly. You teach them to fold their hands, close their eyes, bow their heads. And after you pray, you have one more song to sing. You just sing Jesus Loves Me again, and that is the end of your first Bible lesson. So all in all, it takes me about 25-30 minutes. Like I said, we do take a break in there because I need water after singing all those songs, so we do take a little break. But all in all, as intimidating as this book looked when I first opened it, and as much as I wanted to find YouTube videos to explain it to me, it's really not that bad. Once I sat down with it and really started going through it and breaking out okay, we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this. After I did that, it did get much, much easier. If you have any questions about this curriculum, please feel free to comment down below and I will do my best to answer. As I said, we are still in our first week using it, but I think I've gotten the flow down pretty well. And that was what I really wanted this video to be, was about the flow of our Bible routine and our whole kind of morning. So this is the main bulk of our morning basket or our morning curriculum. We do this and we do the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting for toddlers. And that's our morning routine. And then we take a break and then we come back and finish up the rest of our curriculum. But that is it for this video. If you are new, like I said, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and comment also in the boxes down below and introduce yourselves. I would love to get to know you better. I love having our little community on this channel, and I feel like it is growing oh so much every time I look at comments. So please comment and introduce yourself, hit subscribe. I have new videos every Tuesday and Friday that if you like this one, you'll probably like most of my content. But I hope to see y'all in my next one on Tuesday. Bye guys.